Yeah. SMW Supreme. It's the All-Star Destroyer, James Davenport. So we're going to start it off with a little light moment here. I want to thank everybody being out of character. Now, we all saw by now what happened. I'm done. I'm over it. I don't care. Because I do me. I come out here to tell a great story. And that's what I'm going to do with this belt. So this is all out of character. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go into a little background on Davenport. Why it's so hard to actually run this character in here. It's kind of funny. Because always losing. You know how hard it is to talk shit when you're getting your ass beat? I mean, it is hard. I mean, I got to come out here and I really got to think on what I'm going to spin it to even make it look good in my perspective. I mean, I got to put in a lot of work to try to figure out, okay, how am I going to come back from this? I just got my ass kicked again for the fifth or sixth time of the week, that many weeks in a row. How am I going to spin it to where I still look good in this race? I mean, that is where that's the things I got to do with this character, because as we all see, 2K does not like Davenport at all. 2K is like, yep, he's going to lose. Oh, we'll give him a nice win here, but then, oh, yep, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose right here. I love 2K for it, though, because it keeps it interesting for me, because now I got to come out here and I really got to think hard on how I'm going to spin this so Davenport don't look like a complete and utter idiot. So it takes a lot of work. Okay, I think that's enough. But yeah, that's the fun I have. So now we're going to go back into character here. I thought I'd give you guys a little light moment for that to start this off. So, Supreme, Floki, as the All-Star Champion here now. And see, that's the thing. This ain't just me babysitting this title. I'm coming out here and I'm showing why Nico made the choice to put this title over my shoulders. Because the thing is, there's a lot of things that could have happened to this title. This title, as it was being taken off of Raiden Indra due to personal issues in his real life outside of this company, this title could have been vacated and put back in the vault, never to be seen again. We don't want that for the All-Star title. This title means a lot. Now, yeah, it could have went into a tournament setup, and then a few weeks later we have a title champion. But see, the thing is, all of those would have been great options. Not the first one. The first one would have been horrible, in my opinion. But it's happened to other titles, just like what just happened to the pure title, which really sucks, because Isaiah Mercer had that pure championship meaning something. I mean, you had the likes of Zach Royal, who held that pure title. Others along the line have held that pure title. Greats. And that title meant a lot. To the fact that it's now vaulted, not to be seen for a while, it sucks. And that's what could have happened to this title if it wasn't done in the way it was. Now, like I said, then he could have went to the other option. Head tournament, people fight for it. Okay, multi-man match, something happens. But see, the option that Nico chose was to give it to somebody who could come out here and put the spotlight on this title. And see, that was my goal in everything I've ever done in this company. Put the spotlight. Now, see, we're going to talk about it here. I came into this company a long time ago, over a year ago. It was just me, and I hadn't even started Gold Mine Race Team yet. This is how far back this has gone.
I hadn't even started Gold Mine Race Team yet. I was still in the beginning stages. I was like a year or two into dirt by the time I came into SMW. So Gold Mine Race Team wasn't even a thing yet. I was still just a driver. As I was driving, as I was moving up through the ranks, I started realizing that becoming an owner was the way to go. So you take that, and I moved it, and I started seeing how the business worked over there in NASCAR. And I built this image. I built the spotlight on my own race team, Gold Mine Race Team. But as I was continuing through SMW, before Talladega happened, and then I had to rebrand and come back. But see, my whole time, it's always been about the future of SMW. It don't matter if I'm winning or losing. Wins and losses to me do not matter, and I don't care about the wins and the losses. All I care about is telling a damn good story. Now, we get to my comeback. Started in KXT. Worked my way through KXT, facing these new guys I'd never seen before, never faced before, and I built a name on making sure these guys were ready. I mean, I still go back to my matches with like Marco Lawrence. I had some great matches down there with him. But one that really sits with me and I remember the most from my time in KXT, because I was in a lot of matches. I had a lot of great matches with a lot of people. I mean, me and Anthony Ellis against the Killers, Killer Keaton and Jaden Young. Now it's Keaton Murphy and Jaden Young. When they were together, we had that great tag team match. But the one I remember most was Zach Royal. Zach Royal coming up from, he started out in GEW. When they folded and mixed in with FPW, he worked his way up. A few weeks later, he was in KXT. He was one of my first ones I watched from all the way down there, all the way up. I had to face him right away. I ended up beating him, but it was a hell of a match, and he showed me a lot of potential, and look what he's done with his career now. Now, see, my career is a lot more on the up and down side of things, but I still know how to come out here and put the spotlight on things. Like what I did with that best of 7 and Anthony Ellis and that Heart of Platinum Championship. Like I always said, it would have been great to win that match. Win those matches, get a chance at that Heart of Platinum. But then this would never have happened. I would never be standing here as the All-Star Champion. But again, the biggest thing in that was to show, because ever since I left NPR in the Cartel District and Anthony Ellis, it was always about elevating both of our career in our own separate way, do our own things, stuff like that. That best of 7 that went 5 weeks, and even my promos back and forth with Ellis into the 6th week, even though we weren't having the matches because he'd already won the series. Now, those were all about putting spotlight on that Heart of Platinum. Now, if you look back, because Ellis was having a hard time getting anybody to even talk to him about that Heart of Platinum Championship. I went in there, I put the spotlight on that championship, put the spotlight on what it meant to be Heart of Platinum. And now we look at it. Look where it's at now. Look at all the people over on Platinum that are wanting that title. I mean, I've seen the passion out of Ellis that I did not see when I first started that best of 7. So my eyes worked, and we pulled off one of the damn good stories, and look what it did. He lost the title at the Big Bang, yes, but look at the passion he has in trying to get that title back. That was what I wanted out of him from the start. So now we go to where I am now. I'm with the Vibes Goons, and taking care of, making sure Supreme and all that is taken care of so we can go into Put Up or Shut Up. Part of the Vibes Goons doing this. Now I've got the responsibility of the All-Star Championship. Now this is not an easy job. You got to know, you got to come out here and put on that work. You got to come out here day in and day out. And this is a message for the young kids, the rookies. So you got to come out here and you want to put up and shut up. You got to put up and shut up for these things. This is all about coming out here and showing which brand is the best. But see, kids, the biggest thing down there in the trainee and the PC center, I want you guys to understand. The responsibility of holding a championship ain't just you can walk out here, hold your title high up in the air, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Post your picture of you holding that title high in the air, and that's it. No, you gotta come out here. You gotta promote that title. You gotta make people wanna face you for this title. I mean, I could spin the easiest story in the world. Hey, why don't you come face me for this title? Got a good chance of winning it, right? But no, I'm out here trying to make this title's prestige stay where it was already at. That's the biggest thing I want you trainees to understand. Just getting a title and holding it doesn't mean nothing. When you don't promote it, it falls down and it ain't worth nothing. Well, my goal here with the All-Star Championship is to promote this title day in, day out, make sure everybody sees it in the forefront, sees the spotlight that's being put on it. Because we've got a lot of great titles in this company. But I'm going to make sure the one that's over my shoulders, that I'm not just babysitting, that I'm going to represent to the fullest of the Destroyer's ability. Because this is what it's all about. It's coming out here, making sure people see the spotlight on this title, on this business. SMW as a whole has always been my focus. Making sure that the future is well represented. Well after I'm long dead and gone. This business still flourishes. This business is still here for people to come out here and make a little history. That's my goal for SMW. I am the Destroyer James Davenport. I am the one and only NASCAR driver. And I am going to make sure that this All-Star Championship and SMW last throughout the future. Now, floki, this Friday, I need to talk about floki now. We got, see, that's something else you got to do. You got a responsibility, you got to promote your title. Now you got to promote your match. It's just me, floki, number 3. We're both 1-1 in this. The Destroyer James Davenport. Not just the All-Star Destroyer James Davenport versus the Mad Clown, the Joker himself, Floki. Now, floki, this Friday, we're 3 days out. Actually, 2 days. 2 days out, yeah. Today's already Wednesday. Yep. Tomorrow I got a race. I got to remember that. I got to be in Michigan tomorrow for my first race of the second half of the season. But floki, this Friday, me and you step into that ring. You, the former All-Star champion. How funny is fate that I chose you to be my first opponent back from the break. Back in Supreme, me and you. Floki. Now I'm holding the All-Star Championship. You're looking at the World Championship. I have to double down on that. Keep telling you. It's all about that. You've got your eyes on being greater. I've got my eyes on making sure that this All-Star Championship stays as prestigious as it was. But this Friday, me and you face, it's going to be a war. I'm going to bring everything. I am going to hit you with everything I've got. I'm going to go out there and show why I am the Destroyer James Davenport. Win, lose, or draw. See, that's the thing. Again, trainees, pay attention. It's never about the wins or losses. It's just about how good you go out there and put on a show in the match. How good you can build your story. So, Floki, I hope you're ready. I really do. To see, the last time you talked to me, you were mad about me talking about your drop-offs and how it diminishes your title reigns. So, Floki, I'll see you Friday. Be ready for a war, because I'm coming. And everybody else, SMW, Supreme, Platinum, Prime. I am the All-Star Champion, the Destroyer, James Davenport, and I will be heading for Victory Lane.